name is Zakari Shraibi. I'm an English teacher in Casablanca. Today I'm going to be presenting a lesson for Common Core students, for all streams, for letters, sciences and technology students. The topic of the lesson is writing a personal letter. And as you know, there are many types of letters. So today we're going to focus on writing a personal letter about your favorite day of the week. So this is a part of an email that a friend named Sabrina sent to her friend Danny. A part of this letter says, "And that's why I like Mondays. What about you? What's your favorite day of the week? I'd love to hear all about it. Love, Sabrina." So once you read this part of the email or the part of the letter, you can quickly find out that the topic of the letter is about a personal day and why the person likes Mondays. And she is asking her friend about her favorite day of the week, and she will be looking forward to getting her reply in order to find out about Danny's favorite day. Okay, so now let's read Danny's response to Sabrina's letter. So, dear Sabrina, thanks for your letter. It was a great pleasure to hear from you. You asked me to tell you about my favorite day of the week. It's definitely Friday. One reason I like Friday because I have my favorite subject at school, PE and chemistry. Chemistry is great because we do experiments in the science lab, and our teacher, Mr. Kings, is so funny. In PE, we usually play basketball, which is my favorite sport. I'm good at it because I'm quite tall and our team usually wins. We also have French on Friday, which is actually my least favorite subject. But after that, we have ICT, which is much more interesting. At the moment, I'm creating a web page for our basketball team. After school, I hang out with my friends, and then in the evening, I play football at the sport center. On Friday night, we sometimes go to someone's house for a party or to watch a DVD. We can relax a bit on Friday evenings because there is no school on Saturdays. Tell me about your favorite day in your next letter. Hope to hear from you very soon. Love, and Danny. So before we move on to the next activity, we need to understand the elements and the part of this letter. Okay, so write true, false for these sentences. So number one, Danny is a university student. Do you think this is correct? If you look at the text, you can see that she is not a university student because she speaks about at school. She is probably a middle school student or a high school student like you. The second one, Danny thinks Friday is the best day of the week. Do you think so? Do you think she likes Friday? Friday is her best day of the week? Yes, you're right. The answer is true because she says, my favorite day of the week is definitely Friday. So she loves this day because of the activities or the arguments she talks about in the letter. 3, Danny doesn't like French. Do you think so? Danny doesn't like French, or does she like it? Of course this is true because she says French is my least favorite. And by least it means she doesn't like it very much. Number 4, on Friday, Danny has an ICT class before her French class. An ICT class is information technology class where you study computing and sciences and you learn about computing in general. So on Friday, Danny has an ICT class before, not after. What do you think? If you look at the text, especially this paragraph, you see here the word after. So the answer is false. Danny doesn't have ICT before French class, but it's the opposite. She has a class of ICT after studying French. Number 5, very quickly, Mr. Kings is the PE teacher. And PE is the short form for physical education class, or what we call sport class, where you play basketball, you do gymnastics, and you play volleyball, and many other sports. So Mr. King is the PE teacher. What do you think? So you see here, Mr. Kings, is he the teacher of sports and PE? Of course, no, he is not, but he teaches chemistry. And Dan says that he is a great teacher and she loves him very much. The last sentence we have, Danny goes to the sports center to play basketball. She mentions in her letter that she does go to the sports center. But do you think she plays basketball there? If you look at this part, you can say that the sentence is false, because she goes to the sports center to play football, not basketball. Okay, so as you see, here we have the different parts of a personal letter. So we can cut it down into many parts. We have the body, the signature, the concluding sentence, the salutation, and the opening of the letter. Okay, so in your opinion, the body, where is the body of the letter? The body is usually the biggest part of the letter or email or an article, where you usually present and say all the information you would like to say. So because I say it's the biggest part of the letter, so it should be this one. Then we have this signature. The signature can be different from a personal email to a formal email, from a personal letter to a personal letter. Because this is a personal letter, you send it to a friend, to a family member, to a neighbor, to an EPAL, a friend from another country. So usually the signature is very informal and short. So the signature is Love, Danny. So you write love here, or hope for the best, and you write your name at the end of the letter. Now let's move on. We have the concluding sentence. The concluding sentence is like a small conclusion of the email or the letter. So it's usually the end, where you feel that the person who is writing the letter is finishing his speech. So it should be by the end. So the concluding sentence is, tell me about your favorite day in your next letter. Hope to hear from you very soon. We still have two parts. We have the salutation and the opening. The salutation is when you say hello or hi to your friend, but because you are writing a letter, you cannot say it, but you have to write it. Usually it's the first part of this letter. Here we have an example of Dear Sabrina. As you see here, we're going to talk about this later. Dear Sabrina has two capitalizations. Dear because it's the beginning of the sentence, and Sabrina because it is the name of a person, a proper name. And there's a comma after that. Finally, we have the opening. If you go back to the opening and read it, you will find out that it has many small parts, like your reaction to the previous email or to the previous letter. And then if your friend has asked a question in the previous letter, you should give the answer in this part. Like you see here, my favorite day of the week, it's definitely Friday, which means the opening of a letter should give a clear answer to any question that has been asked before. Next, so here we are going to focus on the type of the languages or the type of the words and expressions and vocabulary that we usually use when we write informal letters or informal emails. So we have here a table that contains some expressions, and we have here two columns. I would like you to help me classify these expressions according to this table. For example, how is everything going? How is everything going? Is this question used in general at the beginning of a letter or at the end of the letter? How is everything going? Like, how are you going? How are you doing? How is your family? How are things going? How are you up to? So of course you can say this is a question that should be used at the beginning of the letter. Next we have another expression, I hope to hear from you soon. I hope to hear from you soon. It means I hope that I will get another letter from you very soon that can tell me about your news. This should be, of course, by the end of the letter. Hope to hear from you very soon. Take care. Take care is a synonym of goodbye and see you very soon. Of course, it should be at the end. Then we have thanks for your letter and thanks for telling me all your news. This sounds more likely to be used in the opening sentence. Before you start writing a letter, you use this as an opening. So you can say, thanks for your letter and telling me all your news. Say hello to your family and friends. Say hello to your family and friends. Like goodbye and say hello to your parents, brothers and sisters. This can be used at the end of the letter, to finish a letter. These sentences or these expressions can be used in the concluding paragraph. But these have to be used at the beginning of the paragraph or in the opening paragraph of the email. Sorry, I haven't written sooner. That means it took me a while to write a response and to reply to your previous email. So sorry, I haven't written sooner. I have been away on a holiday. Or you can say, I have been busy with school. I've been preparing for school exams. So this is like an excuse that you use if it has taken you a long time to write a reply to your friend. So this should be used at the beginning of the paragraph, at the beginning of the letter. Then we have here, please write back soon. Please write back soon. That means, please send me a reply, send me an answer as quickly as possible. And of course, you may have guessed, this can be used at the end, the concluding paragraph. Finally, we have this expression, it was great to hear from you the other day. It was great. I was very happy to get your last letter and to know about all your news. So this expression, of course, should be used at the beginning, at the opening paragraph of the letter. Next, here we have some questions that you should think about while you are preparing ideas to write your letter or email about your personal day. So we have some questions here. Why do you like summer? It's about a season. What's your favorite sport? The sport that you like to do in your free time. What's your favorite school subject at school? Which one do you like? Do you like English, French, physics, maths? What's your least favorite subject at school? Which one do you like, you enjoy, and which one do you enjoy least? 5, who is your favorite teacher at school? You can mention 1 or 2 teachers that make school enjoyable for you and interesting. 6, and the last question, what do you usually do at the weekend? So I said, why do you like summer? It's a season. So you have to think about the keywords where the speaker is going to be talking about summer. We know that summer is a holiday, it's a break. You have a lot of free time to go out and practice a lot of free time activities with your friends, with your family. You travel a lot, you go to the beach. So if you go over these answers, you may spot a word or two that can help you. Like here, see? When you hear summer, you think about the beach. So one should go with B. I love it. I love summer because I usually go to the beach and there is no school. It's a long school break. I love swimming in the sea and playing beach volleyball. It's definitely the best season for this person. What's your favorite sport? Usually people play mini sports. So maybe you can answer by one single sport or you can include all the sports you enjoy. So I love them all. I love all sports, but I play tennis twice, 2 times a week at school and also after school on Fridays. I'm getting quite good at tennis. Then number 3, we have, what's your favorite subject at school? You should be talking about physics, maths, PE, English, and other school subjects. If you read quickly, you're going to see some of them somewhere. So it goes with F. Definitely, arts. I'm good at drawing and painting. That's art. When you think about art, it's drawing and painting. I spend all my free time drawing pictures, and one day I would like to be a designer. This is a very nice job, to be a designer. You can design houses and buildings. Number 4, what's your least favorite school subject? Which one do you enjoy the least? You can say, probably drama, maybe drama, I'm not sure. I just don't feel comfortable. I don't feel at ease when I study. I don't enjoy it very much. I don't feel comfortable acting or performing in front of other people, but I like watching my I like watching my friends perform on stage. So probably the person enjoys watching drama, but not studying it and acting in front of other people. So who is your favorite teacher at school? You should mention the name of a teacher and the subject he or she teaches. That's a difficult question because you usually enjoy or usually appreciate all teachers and you like them all. I like Mr. Kelly. He teaches arts. He's kind, creative, and always shows us new artists and ways to make arts. He's really cool. So students usually enjoy teachers who are cool and funny, and they make their learning fun. So what do you usually do at the weekend? So of course you have to use these IDs if you are writing about your favorite day of the week, because probably it's Saturday and Sunday. Not much. I like to spend time with my family, and we have a big lunch together on Sunday. It's family time. I sometimes go shopping with my friends on Saturday or visit my grandparents. So these questions and answers can help you prepare your IDs so that when you start writing, you wouldn't spend a lot of time on brainstorming. If you prepare them before, you can start writing directly. Of course, when I say writing, it's a group of IDs put together in some correct order, some cohesion and coherence, but without punctuation, the meaning can be lost. The meaning can be lost. So you have to use correct punctuation so that the reader may know what you mean exactly. And of course, by punctuation, we mean capitalization, capital letters and small letters, full stop, comma, exclamation marks and question marks, and so on and so forth. So here we have some sentences. When you hear them, they are perfectly written. Now, there's no problem with them. So you ask it about my favorite day of the week. Well, it's definitely Thursday. But when you look at the sentence, you can spot too many mistakes. Starting by you should have a capital Y because it is the beginning of the letter. Then we have, you asked me about my favorite day of the week. So here there is a pause. The sentence is not finished yet. It should have a comma. Well, it's definitely Thursday. Then after well, there is another pause, and it's. If you write it's this way, it is the possessive adjective it's. But here the person means it is definitely Thursday. And Thursday is a day of the week, so it should be capitalized. And when you finish a sentence, you put a full stop. So the answer should look this way. You're asking me about my favorite day of the week. Well, it's definitely Thursday, and there's a full stop at the end. On Thursday, we study French, English, and chemistry. On should be capitalized, days of the week, and languages, of course, and there should be a period or a dot at the end of the sentence. Capital O, T, I, F, and E, commas. On Thursday, comma, I study French, comma, English, and chemistry, then full stop. After school, we go to David's house. After school, pause, we go to David's house, full stop. Capital A at the beginning of the letter. After school, a comma. We go to David's, a name of a person, and apostrophe in the S, and house, full stop after that. At the weekend, I visit my grandparents' house. At the weekend, comma, I, personal I is always capitalized. My grandparents, if the word is plural, we put apostrophe after the S. We don't add another S. And house, full stop at the end of the sentence. What's your favorite day of the week? What's your favorite day of the week? When you hear my sentence, you can know that it's a question. But when you look at it, you see that a question mark is missing. So what's your favorite day of the week? Capital W, the verb to be after apostrophe, and then question mark at the end. Hope to hear from you soon. This an expression, if you remember, can be used at the concluding sentence of a personal letter. Capital H and an exclamation mark at the end. So if we go back to Danny's letter, we will find out that in her concluding paragraph, she asked the question. She said, what's your favorite day of the week? I would love to hear all about it. Love, and Danny. So Danny is asking us a question and she wants to know what our favorite day of the week is. So we should write a reply to her. So on your notes, you prepare these questions like, what's your favorite day of the week? You write, my favorite day of the week is, and you write your own choice. What do you usually do in that day? What activities do you do? Do you play sports? Do you go out? Do you go to the cinema? Do you watch a film? And who do you do this with? Do you do these activities alone, with friends, family members? What do you do in the morning, afternoon, and evening? Dan wants to know all about it. So she would like to know the details about your favorite day. So you have to give details in the morning, afternoon, and evening. Thank you very much for your attention, and see you very soon.